Hey guys, OKC Cake Lady here. I am back with part 5 of how I became OKC Cake Lady. Thank you so much for watching all the videos thus far. I truly appreciate it. So, you guys know at this point kind of how I got here, and now, well, I'm here. So, the journey continued, and it was a lot of trial and error. And I have been doing this now for over, gosh, y'all, 11 years with my own business, um, and it's been nothing short of amazing. I want to take you guys back to some of the first cakes that I made as OKC Cake Lady. And I just want to show you guys some of the progression and how I have arrived to where I'm at now. So you can see this cake right here, guys. I was super proud of it. I'm still proud of it, but this is still, I'm still learning. Working with buttercream in the grocery store was obviously one of the main icings that we use, buttercream and whipped icing. So it wasn't hard transitioning to my own buttercream, but I did not use whipped icing anymore. People kind of asked me for cakes that had fondant on them, and well, I couldn't say no. So I had to start learning how to use fondant icing. Now, if you have ever used fondant icing, you know it is not easy. Fondant is its own beast. Sometimes it controls you when you should be controlling it. So you're going to see my progression with fondant a lot. I still have not been working with fondant as long as some cake decorators have, and that's totally okay. So I didn't start using a lot of fondant. When I say a lot, like using it continuously up until about 3.5 years out. And so at this point, I am making cakes that are kind of shaped a little bit, just a few different little shapes here and there. I still at this point hadn't covered an entire cake with fondant. And I knew I wanted to because some of the cake orders that people were requesting required that. So here you'll see where I've actually started covering cakes with fondant. And I am just so happy. I take so many pictures, I'm posting them on social media. My following is growing. Now, something as we look at these pictures, I do want to talk about. I was so big into only having people here in Oklahoma follow my cake page that I would actually delete people that would follow from other states. Now, don't get mad at me if you're from another state. This was the beginning still for me. In my mind, I knew I didn't ship cakes, okay? And I didn't understand social media. At that time, I thought, why would I want somebody to follow me from a different state? All I'm going to do is just tell them I don't ship. So, therefore, what's the point? That's how my mindset was. Little did I know, social media is social. It's social media. Somebody may know somebody from a different state and they may tell somebody about my business. So it was about 5 or 6 years in, I took off the feature to where you could have people follow you from different states. So I had people from all over the US following at this point. That started to grow my page even more. Now, eventually, I turned it on so people from different countries could follow OKC Cake Lady. And this is when things really started taking off. And I realized my page is bigger than Oklahoma. I can have people follow me from different states, different countries, all over the world. And that feeling of seeing people comment in different languages. And whenever I say, where are you guys following from? I'm seeing different countries pop up. That feeling is one I'll never forget. So look at the progression right here, guys, and you will see that I am now making shaped cakes. I am carving cakes, which I never did in a grocery store. My confidence is growing. I'm still trial and error every day, even now. I continue to grow. I continue to post cakes, and I am really getting into a really good groove. Now, it was at this point, my clients, the more I post, the more they wanted to push me. I think it was a goal of theirs to push me to a point of failure almost. No, I'm just kidding. But that's what it felt like. If I told my client, I don't know if I could make that, when I tell you that I had the right people in the right place at the right time, I mean it. This cake journey has been nothing short of amazing. My clients would literally tell me, you can't tell me no. I know you can make this and it's going to be great. And you know what they did? They paid for the cakes. They're like, I'm going to pay for it. I'm asking you to make it. Just try. Just try. So I had people who were like, just try, not knowing if it would turn out well or not. And that's what I did. So this cake right here is a cake that my client actually told me, hey, I know you can do it. Even though I told her, I don't know how it's going to turn out. I made it. They loved it. They absolutely loved it. And that is a reaction video I've posted several times. Check out my page and you'll see that video. I have another client. Her name is Christy. She ordered some of my first 3D cakes from me. She is a shoe-aholic, and she would always order Jordan shoes from me. So I had to learn to carve and to recreate something. Now, this is getting more into hyper-realistic stuff. I didn't even know that was a thing, but I do now. So I was making hyper-realistic Jordan shoes because she would order one every year, and I continued to get better and better at these shoes. Now, because people see these and they've seen the car cake, they're like, well, let's turn it up a notch. This is when clients really started ordering some different types of cakes. And I started to see, oh, we're getting out of the sheet cakes a little bit. We're getting a little crazy now. I like crazy. I like different. So as time went on, I started creating more and more 3D cakes. And then, as you guys know, my hyper realistic cakes, that journey started. Now, that's kind of how I got into these hyper realistic cakes. I did see a few content creators, cake decorators create some hyper realistic cakes, and I saw those cakes posted, and I was like, what is this? That is amazing. So I dabbled in it a little bit, enjoyed it, and I pulled a couple off. And the reactions that I got from those, I'll never forget. That's when I said, this is what I want to do. I want to do more of this. So here's one of the cakes that you guys may remember me making right here. And this is kind of where we really, really started getting deep into the hyper realistic cakes. So let's take a look back. My raw chicken cake. Who remembers? Who does not want to remember? That's one. So the Indian taco cake or Navajo taco cake, this is another one. I was so proud of it. This cake caused a lot of commotion on social media because a lot of people thought that it was real. And they were so confused on why I was calling it a Navajo or an Indian taco whenever it has blue in it. They said a real one doesn't have blue in it. So if you remember that, it was a huge thing. It was really, really funny because I could not get people to understand that it was cake. They thought I was making up a new name for it. And then we move on. I'm just kind of all over the place at this point. The Blue Angel cake. This cake was created for the United States Navy Blue Angels. I had a huge opportunity and I got to make this cake and present it to them. They did see it. Many of them did not realize that it was cake, but I got to take a picture with Lieutenant Amanda Lee. Huge honor. I'll never forget it. Moving forward, I've made some other hyper realistic cakes. So I'm just going to kind of go through those kind of fast, you guys. Thank you again for watching this docu-series. It's been a 5-part series if you did not see it all. I hope this answered a lot of your questions. Now you're going to notice that I am using blue icing on the insides of my cakes. Why? Well, that truck I told you guys about, I eventually put a lot of parts on that truck. And here is a picture of my truck. So that is my truck right there. You guys will notice the colors, the pink and the blue. My truck was a huge part of how I got to where I'm at today. If I wasn't trying to fix up my truck and put parts on it and fix it up for truck shows, well, I probably wouldn't have took the job in the bakery. My truck was a huge motivation for me to make money. Therefore, it put me where I needed to be. The blue icing you guys see in my cakes, well, you're seeing it. My truck, the pink and blue. So I pulled the blue out. We did get the Oklahoma City Thunder here in Oklahoma. I saw that their colors were orange and blue, and that blue is one of my favorite colors. And so that's why I actually chose the blue, because I was like, Thunder and the truck, I love it. Moving to my business name, OKC Cake Lady. I had a manager who, he was my manager in the bakery. He was the second manager I ever had in the bakery, and his name was Mike. And he was always motivating and always encouraging me. And he used to call me Cake Lady. He would say, "Hey, Cake Lady this, Cake Lady that." And so I knew, I was like, that's what people call me, Cake Lady. So because of that manager, I said, I want my name to be Cake Lady. OKC Thunder, Oklahoma City Thunder. I saw a lot of OKC Thunder and I was like, well, I'm in OKC. So I pulled it from that and I said, OKC Cake Lady. Now, when I picked this name, I thought, if I have this name, everybody's going to know where I'm located. They will never have to ask. They'll say, she's in Oklahoma City. They won't think I'm in Kansas City or Texas because everybody knows OKC. Little did I know, no, nobody pays attention to my business name at all. And people are always asking me where I'm from and do I ship? And the answer is, I think you guys know, I do not ship the cakes. But truly, I hope that this has answered a lot of you all's questions about how I got started, who I am, how I got to this point, a little bit of my journey. Of course, there's still a lot of what I didn't talk about. The trial, the error, I think I talked about that. It's not easy being a business owner. It's not for the weak. And if you are somebody who I say might be a little bit weak with business, you will get stronger. But it is 24/7. Business never stops. If you're thinking about starting your own business, whether it's cakes, making t-shirts, doing nails, hair, understand that it is 24/7. You receive messages. Your mind never stops thinking about ideas, styles, clients, things you could have done, woulda, coulda, shouldas. And now with social media, it's a beast. It is a beast. It's a great thing, but it can also kind of be something that is overwhelming. You are constantly responding to people, which is a beautiful thing, but you have to stay active on your pages. So posting and then getting feedback sometimes that you didn't even ask for. People will tear you down. A lot of people will build you up, but there's always those people that try to break your branches too and just snap those little branches. Don't let it consume you. Don't let it consume you. For every negative comment, you're going to have so many more positive ones. Focus on the positive ones and keep going with your business. You can do it. As far as social media, keep posting. Keep posting. Ask people to share your videos. Ask people to share your content. It's totally okay. If people want to, they will. If they don't, they won't, but it doesn't hurt to ask. Okay. Again, my name is Nicole. I am from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. I hope you guys have enjoyed this 5-part series of how I became OKC Cake Lady. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for supporting my page. I hope that we reach 1 million followers. That is a huge number. You guys pay attention because we are almost there, and I want you guys to be a part of it whenever we hit that number because it's bigger than me. It's you guys too, and I could not have done it without you guys. Thank you so much for allowing me to continue doing what makes me happy. I love you guys. Take care.